Let's get this over with. I just watched An American Satan, a 2019 documentary about Anton LaVey and the Church of Satan. I am not a fan of Anton LaVey. I like to describe him as a used car salesman of the occult. And the fact that he was a carnie early in life, you know he's a huckster, but you still paid your money to see the show. I've watched interviews with him over the years, and he always went back and forth on the belief system of the Church of Satan. But they started in 1966, and it was 20 years worth of spectacle and showmanship. They eventually dropped the charade and just admitted that no, they weren't devil worshippers. They were atheists who wore the mantle of Satanism. As time went on, they shed the pageantry, at least publicly, and leading up to his death in 1997, you could tell that he had grown tired of the larger-than-life character that he had created. All that being said, I do respect the man for what he did. He was actively pissing off Christians during a time when the powers that be didn't have a problem assassinating presidents and civil rights leaders. I was hoping for a history of Anton LaVey, and only about 20 minutes of it is. And that all comes from the only person in the film who actually seemed to really know him. She had an open relationship with him and wrote his autobiography. The rest is just all the current members waxing philosophic and projecting their modern hang-ups onto LaVey as if they were his beliefs. His grandson is in it, and it was cool to hear his perspective, but that was only about a minute. He never really knew his grandfather that much. And I guess his daughters disowned him, and his son leads a private life, so none of them were in the film. It does, however, quickly mention the schism in the Church of Satan, which resulted in the formation of the Temple of Set. And then, of course, they covered the Satanic Panic and, real quick, Marilyn Manson's membership in the church. It spent a good time on ex-member Diabolus Rex, who is now a techno-mage, and his theological philosophy, and has been a guest of Lovecraft Film Festival and CthulhuCon in Oregon. He was honestly the most interesting part of the film. And they did show two different Cthulhu idols in this film, but they never mentioned LaVey's use of the mythos in his Satanism. You know, a lot of it was, look, we're having a titty show in the name of Satan. OMG, a naked man covered in fake blood. We're in the age of the internet now, where you can get porn for free 24 hours a day. Sex is not taboo anymore. As it turns out, everybody does it. They think they're so edgy, but they're just hokey. Their sermonizing for the documentary came across like a cheesy magic show, and not the controversial and socially antagonistic statement they think it is. Maybe 50 years ago, but not today. Compare it to the real-life horrors of sites like 4chan and further down into the dark web, and these little bitches will be running screaming into the night. It's a costume party for atheists. They're just LARPers. One member even straight out said, it's a form of theater. 80s metal album covers still hold more street cred than the modern Church of Satan. I'd rather hang out with Charles Manson, or Richard Ramirez, or David Koresh, or even that Heaven's Gate nut job, because no matter what you think of those men, at least they were honest about who they were. It was never about seeking attention. In conclusion, as a documentary about the Church of Satan, the current Church of Satan, it's all right. It was only a $3 rental on Amazon, so no big deal. But as a documentary on Anton LaVey himself, it was pretty shitty. Go watch some interviews with him on YouTube, and you'll get a better sense of the man, even knowing you're being bamboozled. So be sure to subscribe for more horror, occult, and Lovecraft madness. Until next time, Cthulhu-FUCC.IT.